You guys, and welcome to another story time brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learning, which I am here to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult, with our particular focus and emphasis on our Black children and Black families here in America and across the globe. Welcome. I thank you all for joining me today for this awesome story time. I got a great book. I'm so excited to be able to share this book, read this book to you all. Oh my goodness, make sure that you gather your children, especially your girls. All right? Those girls who got that beautiful, nappy, kinky, coarse, poofy, coily hair, whether it's big, whether it's short. All right? It doesn't matter. Make sure that they gather around because the story that I got for you all is absolutely amazing. And I hope that you all have read or your plan is to read for at least 30 minutes. One thing I wanted to say really quickly about reading aloud, another benefit to reading aloud, actually, there are two, is number one, public speaking is worked on when you are getting your children to read aloud. All right. And number two, confidence. All right. That's self-confidence. So let me expound on both of those. First of all, with the public speaking, there is going to come a time when your child, all right, when they start getting older and they were going to have to do presentations. They're going to have to speak in front of other people. And what better way to help your child develop those great public speaking skills is through reading aloud. All right. So when they're reading aloud these books and they are seeing how, the stories, how they go in order and, the order of events of a story takes place, and they see how the sentences are structured and they are reading those and they are getting a good grasp of grammar. All right. All of these different things they are learning when they are reading those books and they are reading them aloud. Okay. Number two, the self-confidence piece. Well, of course, when you have to speak in front of people, you have to have some confidence. All right. Even though you might be scared, just because you have confidence does not mean that you're not going to be scared. Okay. I get scared. I get a little nervous, when I may have to speak in front of, it could be a small group of people and I start getting a little, the jitterbugs or the butterflies, whatever you want to call it, and I'm like, okay, hands start sweating a little bit. But what I start to do is I try to calm myself down and remember, okay, think about what it is that I'm about to say, because that's another thing too with reading. It helps you to organize your thoughts. Okay, just like before I came on here, I started, talking about out loud, you know, and I started saying, okay, I'm going to go over these points. Okay, I want to present this like this, because if you don't have at least like some type of little organization going on what you're going to present, then that's when really you start getting nervous. Okay, but when you have the organization, you already have it set in place what it is you're going to present. All you got to do now is just say, you know what? I'm human just like they're human. All right. I may make a mistake. I may stumble over my words. I may forget. But you know what? I can always go back, because if I have already organized and I've already has set in place what I'm going to say, I'm going to be good to go. All right. So reading aloud can help with those two things, public speaking and self confidence. And I just want to tell my parents real quick, make sure that these teachers are reading to your kids. All right. Don't let them get out, you know what I'm saying, get away with, oh, you know what? We didn't have time. And, we just had so many other things to do. So then, you know what you can do even as a parent? Empower yourself. You say, you know what? I would love to volunteer a time when I can come up there and read to the kids. All right. Do different things like that, because we're not going to let them get away with. They've done all this research and studies about how reading aloud is one of the most single, predictors of a child's reading success. But then you go into these classrooms and the teachers are not reading aloud. And they're saying things like, we have to get them prepared for the test. Excuse me. So you're going to take out something as foundational as reading to say that you had to have time to prepare for a test? No, I don't think so. Okay. That is preparing for a test. That's preparing for life's tests. Okay, so you make sure that you are asking these teachers, are they reading aloud? And if they're not, why not? okay? And let them know also that you are willing to volunteer as well as a parent to do that. All right, y'all. Holla at your girl. Here's the book, Christine's Big Hair. Oh, my. Woo, look at her hair, y'all. Oh, wow. Christine Goes to Grandma's. And it's written by Christine Gibson and illustrated by Aaron J. Ratzlaff. All right. Excuse me. Well, as we see, you see this beautiful brown girl on the cover, and she has some big, gorgeous hair. And like I told you guys, after reading this book, I do believe that our girls, your girls, our girls, girls who have hair like this young, beautiful girl on the cover, will develop more confidence after reading this story. I really, really believe so, and I hope so. All right, y'all, let's dig into Christine's Big Hair. Christine was a very curious 5-year-old little girl with very big hair. Her skin was brown and as smooth as a buckeye freshly fallen from its tree. She was as tall as her kitchen counter, and she really loved to sing. When Christine wasn't singing, she was always asking questions. Why is this frog so green? How did that building get so tall? What are bricks made of? Christine and her family lived in a small neighborhood where everyone knew each other. Christine's family visited her grandmother and her cat, Max, often. Grandma's house was always exciting. The grass was oddly shaped. The trees were just high enough for Christine to climb. And there were always lots of kids to play with in Grandma's neighborhood. Sometimes Christine would even spend the night with her grandma. Grandma was Christine's favorite person to visit. Christine's mom would always remind Christine and her two little brothers, Cameron and Brandon, to always be on their best behavior. Because Christine was the oldest, she also learned from her daycare provider, Ms. Morgan, that being on your best behavior was an enormous part of being prepared for the big school. After all, Christine would be attending the big school in the fall. Her mom would also remind Christine, you know your brothers are watching your every move, so make good choices. Christine knew her brothers were paying close attention to her because when Christine would sing her favorite song, her brothers would sing it too. When Christine would sing it louder, her brothers would sing it louder as well. When she gave her best spy smile, her brothers gave a spy smile too. When Christine twisted her hair at bedtime, her brothers even tried to twist their hair too, but they just didn't have enough hair. Sometimes Christine became very annoyed with her brothers, and she would give them what she would call the big hair stare. But her brothers would only copy her stare and make her even more upset. One warm Saturday morning, Christine's mother woke her up earlier than usual. Christine, it's time to get up. She noticed her brothers were still asleep. Wake up, sleepyhead. You are going to help Grandma move into her new house. With excitement, Christine jumped out of bed and, like she did every morning, she washed, brushed her teeth, and untwisted her hair before she ate. After a quick breakfast, off they went. When she arrived at Grandma's new house, Christine noticed that the street was different. The trees were taller and the grass was not shaped the same. Grandma greeted her at the door. Good morning. Thanks for coming to help me move in my new house. Christine was surprised how different the house was. Grandma's new house was wider, and the backyard was big enough for Christine to invite all her friends over to hear her sing. It also had a creek with some strange looking creatures. Christine had never seen animals that looked like that before. After exploring Grandma's backyard, she went inside to help her grandma put her things where they belonged. As time passed, Christine decided to take a small break and go sit on the front steps. A little girl from the neighborhood saw Christine sitting on her grandma's new porch. She had a lot of questions, just like Christine. Where did she come from? How did she get here? Will she play with me? Hi, my name is Sophia. What's your name? I'm Christine, she said, smiling. Sophia stared at Christine's big hair. She had never seen anyone so little with such huge hair. This was very strange for Sophia. How did you get such big hair? It looks weird. Why is your hair so big? Sophia asked as she continued to stare. Christine didn't quite understand what Sophia meant. All her friends and family had similar hair or hairstyles. Christine didn't know how to answer that question. So she did what she normally does when she could not figure out an answer. She asked her grandma, Grandma, why is my hair so big? Christine asked with a look of sadness and confusion. Grandma smiled and gave Christine a giant hug and sat her down on her lap. We are all very special and different. You were born a very special, unique person. Your hair is so big because you are so amazing to me. And it tells everyone who meets you just how great you are. Always be proud of who you are. Your individuality helps the world be a better place. Grandma always knew what to say to make Christine feel better. Christine ran back outside with a smile on her face and a hand on her hips, with her head held high. Christine told Sophia, "My hair is so big because I am great." Sophia smiled and nodded her head in agreement. And she ran, and Christine, they both ran to explore. The end. Now, here, what I love what the author did with this book, they put in the back what is called a student affirmation. And an affirmation, simply put, is a way for you to remind yourself about the good things that you have, the good qualities that you have, okay? Or qualities that you are striving to have, all right? So, what the author did was they put I, then they put a blank so that you can put your child's name in that blank. So, for me, I would say, I, Sasha, and I go by another name, Anissa, am so great. I love myself in every way. I'm in love with my hair. I'm in love with my eyes. I'm in love with my stare. That should come as no surprise. I know my worth, and so should you. I can change the world by doing just what I was made to do. With my head held high and a smile on my face. I believe in me because I'm so great. All right. And then it says, what will Christine's next adventure be? I love it. I love it. I love how the author wrote this book. So, so great. I really hope that you all would agree that after listening to this story, first and foremost, I really hope that you all go grab this book. You can order it on Amazon. You can also go to the library. Go to the library and check out this book. Again, this is Christine's Big Hair Adventures. Christine Goes to Grandma's. And again, like I said, I hope that you all agree that your confidence was boosted after listening to this story here. All right. I felt it. All right. Even as a grown woman, okay, I said, woo, this book really, really helps to build your self confidence. It helps you to, really appreciate who you are and how you were made. All right. So I hope that you all enjoyed that story. I hope that you all remember to like, subscribe. Please share our videos. All right. And remember to please keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. Happy reading, my reading revolutionaries. Peace.